So many movies, no time to watch them all. But Twig wants to see them, so we gave Twig a call. Now they're bringing on their friends, and together they will view these. So sit back and relax. It's Twig's Missing Movies.
Hello and welcome to Twigs Missing Movies, a show dedicated to watching movies that Twig inexplicably hasn't seen. I'm your host Drayfrig, and here's our cinematically curious quo, Corvus Twig.
Hello, everybody. It's you know what it is. I mean, it's
What is it?
Well, we're recording this now, but then after, it's going to be the day after when everybody's watching this. It's my birthday.
Oh wow, you're old.
My birthday,
you're like old now.
My birthday's on Saturday the 21st. So for you and I talking right now, it's a few days out, but for everybody watching, it was yesterday. So if you didn't wish me a happy birthday yesterday, you are dead to me. And
Yep.
but that's
so what's
okay.
It like
That's
being
okay
the
because
oldest? What's it like being the oldest crow in America?
well, I mean,
You've almost doubled your lifespan. You've more than doubled your lifespan. Sorry.
well, let's just say my back hurts a lot. I can't think as clearly as I used to. I don't have the energy to go to the crowbar as often as I like. I can't drink alcohol like I used to. The hangovers are more common and more pronounced. Which is why I've become a stoner in my old age.
You're just replacing one for the other at that point. But I can't bemoan you because I'm not far behind on this path. How old are you now?
41.
Oof. We get the funeral started now or like after the episode?
No, I live. Because right now living is an act of defiance. I'm gonna live.
It's true.
I'm gonna live, and I'm gonna live the best life I can live for as long as I can, because I want to stick it to the people who. Well, I mean, as a straight white male, I want to stick it to the people who want me. Wait, hold on a second. This isn't working out quite as I want. Whatever. I'm gonna survive and thrive.
You're old.
I'm old.
We're old and we're surviving and we're thriving. Happy birthday to Twig.
Am I doing a Spig special birthday stream? I am not.
Who's Spig?
Spig?
You said we're doing a Spig special movie stream. Who's Spig? Isn't that the guy from? No, that's Stig. That's the guy from
the Stig from Top Gear.
Yeah, the Stig. Yeah. Sorry. Is this our version of the Stig? Is the Spig? We gotta stop saying that. That sounds dangerously close to bad words.
Stig does sound like it could be a slur, but it's.
Yeah. I don't know. It's very off. It's very not what I don't know if it comes from a car word or where it stems from, but I've never liked the word. It's an ugly word.
I mean, but it's just describing a person who's a professional driver who hides behind a mask, and they get in those super fast cars. They have big acceleration, and they corner at enormously large G-forces, and
G-forces.
G-forces. That's right, folks.
Wow,
today, to celebrate Black History Month, we are doing another very important African-American movie, and that, of course, we are talking about the aforementioned G-Force.
Hey! For the record, so no one gets on our case about this, G-Force isn't a Black History Month icon movie. That's a joke. That's a joke. But what I can tell you, Mike.
Well, I would say is what I can do is that we have a wonderful Black creator coming on soon, whose name is Coco Melon, and we are very much looking forward to having her on to talk about G-Force. But I don't know much about G-Force. What can you tell me, Dre?
Well, I can tell you lots of stuff. All right, so movie came out in July of 2009. It was directed by Hoyt Yeatman.
Who?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeatman?
Yeatman, or maybe it's Yeatman.
I'm not exactly eating around Gerbils or guinea pigs.
Let me tell you that the movies this guy has directed are not many. The ones that I don't think you've seen any of them. I'm gonna be very honest. They're so very small, very non-remembered movies that I doubt you would ever have heard about them. So let's just say this is like one of the first movies he's actually released to the broad audience, right? Um, it has star names such as Nicolas Cage, Sam Rockwell, Penelope Cruz, Zach Galifianakis, Tracy Morgan, John Favreau, Steve Buscemi, Bill Nye, Kelly Gardner, and many other big names.
I mean, this does seem like it is the type of movie where it's just like, put out some slop and hire some big name actors to put on the movie poster.
It was distributed by Walt Disney Motion Pictures.
But not a Disney animation films, right?
But not a Disney animation films. It was made by Jerry Bruckheimer Films, though. But not part of any official animation studio, even though it probably should have been, but we'll get into that. It runs for about 90 minutes.
It runs for 90 million minutes? That's a lot.
We're going to be here forever, lads. The budget was 150 million, and somehow it made almost double that at 292.8 million.
This movie made $292 million?
Yep. It has a star-studded music soundtrack with music performances from the Black Eyed Peas, Lady Gaga, Colin O'Donis, Flo Rida. These aren't like songs specifically for the movie. They're just songs that are in the movie, like artists that are in the movie.
Yeah, like they licensed a song from these artists to put in the. Wait, when was this movie made? Like 2012?
2009, July of 2009.
2009. Okay.
Yeah. It held a 21% based on 126 reviews on Rotten Tomato, with the average rating of 4.4 out of 10. The website, on Metacritic, it has a 41 out of 100 based on 19 critic reviews. And Chicago Times gave the film 2.45 stars out of 4. And it typically has a average grade of B+. It won only one award, the ASCAP Film and Television Movie Music Awards in 2010. That's the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers. And it was a category for top box office films, and it was just the music composer Trevor Robin who won it. It was nominated for VES Award for Amazing Outstanding Animated Character in a Live Action Feature Motion Pictures, which is why it's not part of the animated studios.
Well, you just actually answered a question for me that was going to be one of my predictions. Because one of my predictions was going to be, I was going to predict whether this is fully animated or mix of animated and live action. Because honestly, I don't know. But now that you mentioned that, well, okay, no, that answers the question. This is animated characters in the real world.
So this is one of the first real instances of CGI characters being a part of a quote unquote live action world for a Disney movie. And it was a concept. It was a concept.
I mean, like, and I would say this is it's just like the animation technique is different, but I mean they've been doing this since Mary Poppins.
Yeah, like this is nothing new for Disney in terms of adding animated stuff on top of live action movies, but this is the first time they used really CGI to do that. In a full movie format, right? They had Pirates of the Caribbean. They've had other movies with CGI in it, but CGI wasn't
they were creating characters wholly out of CGI.
No, like Captain Barbossa was part CGI, but it wasn't that form of him wasn't the focus, so to speak. Like it wasn't the entire movie, right? But yeah, that's all I can give you, because if I talk about this anymore, I'm gonna start giving it away. It is a cult favorite movie. Plenty of people do like the movie. But it is few and far between. So with all that information on hand, Twig, why haven't you seen this movie?
Because in 2009, I was 24 years old.
Okay. Are you saying you were too good for animated movies about
No,
what are these, guinea pigs?
honestly, I have only vague memories of this movie even existing until it was suggested as a movie we do. Um, like they mentioned it, I'm like, G-Force, what is that? And then I saw the movie poster, I'm like, I think I vaguely remember that, but I was in my mid-20s and this is a movie. It's like, you know me. I like, animated movies, but
Yeah.
this appeared to be less a quality animated film with real artistry behind it and more of a cash grab slop put out by a studio just to make money.
I
That was my impression of it. I'm not saying that that's what this is because obviously I have not seen it, but that was my impression of it at the time. And
Yeah, I could see where you get that impression from. There's probably a whole slew of people that would agree with you.
like I would put this in the same
Um,
category as like the Smurfs and Garfield movie and
Whoa, whoa, whoa! The Garfield movie stands the test of time. Watch yourself, sir. Watch yourself. Garfield movie with Bill Murray does not deserve this
well, I haven't seen it,
kind
so
of
maybe we should cover it
maltreatment.
someday.
Oh my god. Ugh.
You know, fun
Sometimes you
fact
say
about that
stuff and
though.
it kills me on the what?
So Bill Murray voices Garfield in the animated movie, and he also plays Venkman in Ghostbusters. But a different voice
Yes.
actor voices Venkman in the Ghostbusters cartoon, and also voices Garfield in Garfield and Friends.
Oh, interesting. That's
Yeah,
actually kind of funny. That's kind of funny.
yeah.
I didn't know that. How do you know that? Why do you know that?
Um, it's one of those factoids that I picked up over the years and happen to remember.
I
But I
see. I
don't
see.
remember it well enough to remember the other voice actor's name.
Fair. So, you 2009, too good to go see an animated movie about some gerbils, guinea pigs. Sorry. And now we're here at the ripe old age of the fresh ripe old age of 41, watching it, and I honestly I really want to know. I really want to know what you think goes on in this movie.
Yeah, I want
I
to
really
too.
do.
So
I really want to. I really want to see the story you create.
when I know nothing about a movie, I will often watch the trailer. Like I did it last time with Color
For the
Purple,
movie,
but
yeah.
this time I'm like, you know what? Nope. I'm just gonna go fully on based nothing off of this movie poster. So, first prediction is the okay, good. I spelled guinea correct. The guinea
It's
pig
hard to pronounce. It's hard to get it off right.
guinea. The guinea pigs
Guinea.
are all pets who live a secret life where they are crime fighters. That's going to be my prediction. So they're like, hey, we're just a normal, cute little guinea pig. Oh, and our owners are playing with us, and then we're nice. And then when they're not away, it's just like, all right, folks, let's roll into action. And like, they get like their. So I don't think they like just like live a normal. I think they're all pets, but who are also crime fighters.
Okay.
Um, I'm
I like to
going.
start.
I'm going to predict that the main villain will be a feline. Because that just seems to track, right? We got rodents.
Yeah.
Main
You
villain's
got
gonna be a
rodents.
cat.
You need to have some kind of cat. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
I'm going to predict that. So there's got to be like henchmen, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna predict that the henchmen are rats.
Okay, interesting.
Yep. So it's like guinea pigs versus rats, because they're guinea pigs are definitely bigger than rats, but rats can still be pretty big. Mice are too small, but like I'm trying to think like another animal that is kept as pets that could be like kind of as like there's got to be some bad guy cannon fodder, right? Not necessarily. Also, hi cannon fodder if you're here.
Hi, cannon fodder.
I am going to predict that there is only one female guinea pig on the squad, and there will be a romance subplot with the guinea pig leader, because that feels like something dumb they would throw in.
Okay.
What's the plot about?
Yeah, what's the plot here, bud? You're just giving me facts of the movie. You gotta give me something. You gotta give me something.
Okay, you know what? Here. You know what? I'm gonna do this one here just so I can, get some more points. I'm gonna say the villain, feline, and henchman are rats. I'm gonna combine that into one. So if I get half of that, if I'm right about half of it, I'll get a yellow. If I'm, gives me a chance to give a half right. Okay.
Okay.
Plot. I don't freaking know. Oh, do you know? Stumped. Do you know?
Yeah, I've seen the movie.
Okay.
So I know. I can't give you hints. I can't give you hints. I really need you to like scrounge up into your brain for some ideas.
Okay. I think that. Okay, I've tried to dig into things that I know about guinea pigs, and one of the things that I do know is that they are a common dish in Colombian cuisine. But I don't think they're going to go there in this movie.
But they could.
They could, but being like, hey, the Colombians want to eat your pet guinea pigs feels highly inappropriate and could not be done with the right tactfulness for a Disney movie.
Man, yeah, I think you need to give Disney some credit here. They know how to do a little racism in their time.
2009 was an odd year. We finally got Obama. All right, I'm going to say that I think it's going to have to do with recovering something stolen. Something valuable will have been stolen.
So you think this is going to be like a heist movie, or
yeah?
Like
I think they're going to be trying to recover a stolen item.
Okay.
So I'm going to say one of the guinea pigs owners will own a valuable item that is stolen. And what that item could be, I have no idea. It feels like there's going to be... Yeah, but I think it is going to kind of be a heist movie. I think that, like, third act will be a big heist where the pigs sneak into a facility to recover the item. And then I'm going to predict that the villain ends up in the pound.
In the pound?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, like, are taken away by animal control. We'll go with that.
Okay.
All right. And I'm just going to change the item to it so that my lines line up. That's going to be my guess.
Okay, so this is a very, very interesting plot you got going on
I
here.
don't know.
I'm not gonna say it's a bad plot. It definitely has all the hallmarks of a here's a children's movie about guinea pigs for you. Go ham, you know.
It's not hamsters. It's...
I think you're gonna find that this movie is something special.
Well, honestly,
special indeed.
I'm going in with low expectations, So
You should always do that when you see something like this.
But that means that they can only be exceeded, and so here's hoping that I am delightfully surprised.
I think you will be, in a way or two. But that's neither here nor there, because all we have left to do now is watch the movie. So, ladies and gentlemen, when we come back, we'll have watched a G-Force.
Woo!
Holy shit. Here or near.
Yep. Yeah, they heard you say that just now. Welcome back. This is
welcome
to
in, guys. Oh yeah, how you guys doing?
Trey Frank's a little out of it today, so we're just gonna have him over there rambling while Coco and I have.
Don't mind me in my old man corner.
Yeah, we're just gonna have a nuanced and thoughtful discussion of this piece of cinema, this art, with our guest Coco Melon here, or ConCon350. Click her name in the description. Welcome.
You're welcome. How are you today? Give us a little bit of an intro for the guests who might not know you.
Yeah, I'm Con or Connie. I am a made VTuber. I am from another world, but I now have lived on Earth long enough to feel like, I'm a part of it. And I have my lovely little bun here too with me. He likes to keep me company.
It's very cute, little bunny.
Nice.
Very cute. Well, so we watched the movie G-Force, and there was a list of thousands of movies to pick from, but you picked this one. And why don't you tell us a little bit why this movie was the one you wanted to talk about?
I don't know why, when I was looking through all the movies, it just stood out. Because I have this movie came out when I was a kid, so for me, it was like, wow, oh my gosh, the guinea pig movie's there. That'd be kind of funny to do. I remember being kind of okay. I don't know why. Something about talking animals in my brain always lights up. It rings all the bells because I'm I think animals secretly do this while we're sleeping and stuff, we just don't know it.
I mean, crows and ravens definitely do it, and pigeons. I mean, birds definitely do it, but yeah, okay, maybe
we just haven't caught the rodents yet,
Yeah, I could possibly see the rodents do it. I mean, we do know that mice are always infiltrating lots of buildings. That's kind of their thing. Moles have the reputation for doing that, but if you're talking about what creature is getting into spaces they're not supposed to be in, I feel like mice are kind of the kings of that, and other rodents.
Exactly.
Yeah. One thing that I think was mentioned when we were doing the watch along is that this movie came out in 2009, and the CGI on the characters, I gotta say, they look good and they look cute, but more importantly, they're very expressive, and we're saying that compared to a movie that came out more than 15 years after it, how much better they look in this and more expressive of this than in the Lion King CGI. And don't dare anybody call the Lion King remake the live action version, because it is not live action. They did not film lions. It's the CGI remake, and that's one of my biggest complaints with the CGI remake of Lion King is just how flat and boring all the characters look. They have no facial expressions. Yeah, real lions would have been more expressive. And so here's the same. I mean, not the exact same. I mean, it's Disney, but it's obviously was different sub studios of Disney that worked on the films. But just how much more character you got you would get a sense for these characters' personalities if you watched it on mute.
Yeah, I agree.
And they're very expressive in a lot of good ways too. And 2009 animation expressions, I don't know if you guys remember, were kind of blocky at points, and these were all very fluid.
Yeah, I mean, the guinea pigs look great, and it's one of their goals with this is we want to have our lead characters be cute, and I think they absolutely succeeded on that. And it was kind of nice that they, it wasn't all guinea pigs. You have the mole, you had the Steve Buscemi hamster. The mice didn't do too much. They just kind of were there to just like be observers and make little quips. And the fly wasn't much of a character, but somebody always say that this is basically just like a kind of Rescue Rangers. It's very Rescue Rangers coded. You have the fly. You have, I mean, I guess there's not really a huge analog to Chip and Dale, but you have the girl. You have the overweight one who's kind of a goofball, but it was Jon Favreau. I like Jon Favreau. Yeah, it was like cast of characters. One thing that we did say and all laughed at is like they introduced the lead guinea pig, they introduced the mole, everything's serious, and here now we have the ethnic guinea pigs.
You gotta always have your diversity in your cast.
There is a requirement for a sexy Latina guinea pig.
Yeah.
I don't even remember exactly what may have been going on, but I feel like there was a lot of movies that had a lot of Latinas, and I do stress Latinas playing like the sexy role in this time frame, and. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it was something that was going on, and it was very weird.
Yeah, like
very odd,
and not just in cartoons. Like you had Michelle Rodriguez was like the girl in the Fast and Furious movies for a while.
That's true. Oh my god.
God, Michelle Rodriguez plays the girl who is a sexy Latina in a lot of movies.
Is that actually just her name? Is the girl?
Well, you know what I mean. The archetype character. Where, honestly, I'm surprised Michelle Rodriguez didn't voice Juarez instead of Penelope Cruz.
Nah, I think it might have just been an availability thing.
Probably.
That or look at those sketches of them. They look like gremlins. They look like gremlins.
They do.
I mean, so the plot of this movie is basically that these guinea pigs were, and I'm going to get to it in the future, don't worry, but they were like genetically modified super soldier rat guinea pigs, and Zach Galifianakis is the one that basically created the team, and he was trying to prove that they could be a useful thing. They did a heist at the beginning of the movie, and they think they got what they needed, but it turns out they didn't. So the FBI tries to shut them down. They have to go into hiding. They end up at a pet shop. They end up escaping the pet shop, but the mole gets killed. But then they find out they did get the right information. They just, it was encrypted. But they found, there's the big evil corporation that's going to have their big global thing go active and destroy everything. And then they find out our second act low point is when they found out, oh, we're not actually genetically modified. We're just normal guinea pigs. And then immediately resolve it by saying, oh, but we still kick ass, so we shouldn't feel sad about ourselves. So that was resolved pretty much immediately. And then they find that they break into the place to try and shut it down, but they're slightly too late. The things get activated. Turns out that the mole was a mole. And, but then he just, for some reason, after his entire life's work is coming to fruition, a heartfelt talk with the leader, he decides what he's doing is wrong, and he helps them shut it down. They put in the chip, and all the things that have come to life stop being in life, and then they become full FBI agents. And then they have a dance party because this was 2009 and all movies with animated characters have to end with a dance party.
It's true. Okay, actually, I rewatched this with Bon this week just to refresh myself on the movie. And I think when this happened, I turned to Bon and I was like, you know what I miss is when they threw in the extra time at the end of movies for like CGI in animated movies to animate the characters dancing, like Shrek 2 ending, dancing. Fantastic, like the most memorable, right?
Interesting you say Shrek 2 because they did that in Shrek 1 as well.
Yeah, but Shrek 2 is I feel like Shrek 2 is the more memorable one of the two. With
Well, Shrek 1 ended with I'm a Believer. Shrek 2's
I'm a
endings...
blue.
Was Shrek 2... What was the song at the end of Shrek 2? I mean, the Godmother song number, yeah. I'm in...
Livin' La Vida Loca, I think.
You're right. I think it was.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah. Honestly,
Livin' La Vida
you know
Loca,
what?
yeah.
I remember people in my demographic made fun of Ricky Martin a lot back then. You know, re-listening to Livin' La Vida Loca now? I'm sorry, that song's a banger.
It's always been a banger. I don't know anyone who would have been like, this song sucks, actually. It's literally like that meme. It's like that thing of that meme that goes around. It's like, this thing sucks, actually, and like you pan over to the thing, it's like the coolest thing ever. Livin' La Vida Loca, it's always slapped in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's always been good.
It's a good song.
It slaps, guys. It just, I can't help it. I'm sorry. It slaps.
So Connie, since everyone seems to be calling you Connie, so is this a movie that you watched a lot as a kid? Like, over and over?
I probably saw this thing in theaters and saw it in 3D.
3D. There were definitely a lot of shots where I could tell that they were really doing... In fact, we had one of the screenshots, like, when they're in the 3 hamster balls with the big American fireworks flag behind it. Yeah, that was a shot set up for 3D.
Yeah. I probably had it on DVD, too, if I had to guess, but... yeah, I think I did really like this movie as a kid, but, like, watching it now, it's... I feel like... it's definitely not a movie that you would like just watch like for like if I was like a choice, like as an adult, like I wouldn't just sit down and be like, what movie do I want to watch? Like if I was to choose a kid's film, like I definitely wouldn't choose this one first.
Yeah, I remember this being a lot worse than it actually was. I was really like I went into it after not watching it since I was a kid. Right, I remember being a lot worse than it was, and I was watching. I was like, "This is actually pretty good. This is actually like for a kids movie. This is pretty solid, especially with the CGI."
Yeah. I have to say, early on, I made a comment about, that's a really good joke, where the lead guinea pig is like infiltrating the thing. He says, "Hold up, I have to hold back. There's a civilian," and then cuts to a squirrel. Like,
yeah,
that
there's
joke,
a lot of little jokes like that.
Definitely, some banger jokes in it.
I have to say though, I feel like Zach Galifianakis was not well used. I felt like his character his character was too normal.
Mm-hmm.
For how pivotal he is to the entire cast existence, right? Underutilized.
Yeah, I feel like that character was just like toned down at some point, Zach just wasn't. I mean, we know what the kind of character Zach Galifianakis is known for being for. He's supposed to be over the top, but also like not like over the top, like loud and obnoxious over the top, but just like kind of weird, but in a very sincere way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the thing is, a character who basically put together a force of guinea pigs should have been weirder. And then there was the lady that worked with him, and I was just like, the whole time I'm like, okay, so who is this lady? She's just...
She's just there to look pretty,
She's there to be I think at some point she's also supposed to be like the human equivalent of Speckles. What's it? Speckles? The mole, whatever the mole's name is.
Oh yeah.
I think it was Speckle.
She's supposed to be the human equivalent of that, and they don't really utilize that much. It's really odd. The human characters are a little bit of a weird juxtaposition to the guinea pigs, and I get the movies about the guinea pigs. It's just like they're somehow both very instrumental to their existence, but also non-instrumental at all.
Yeah, like I mean, I love Will Arnett, and I feel like he could have been. I feel like he was dialing it back a little bit from usually what we get from Will Arnett, and I mean, I adore Will Arnett. But yeah, like the two human scientists, I almost feel like it would have been better, like just drop Zach Galifianakis and let that lady shine a little bit more, and let her be a little weird, and let her be like the mad scientist who's raising the guinea pigs and doing this thing, and I don't know. Then there was the people who worked at the pet store. They were probably some of the better characters, but boy, the lady at the pet store sure felt like her. Felt like her attitude and manner of speaking was very much Disney executives saying, "No, we need to have a black lady act like this." What do you think about that, Connie?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
for sure. They always have to have their, comedic black character somewhere. You gotta throw it in. Like, you can't forget it. I honestly was gonna say, I think I think this movie would have been better, like, if it was fully CGI or something without the human characters, because I feel like they could have had more potential with jokes, or like, because they just didn't use the characters for the live action.
No.
They just, it's like just make it like fully like animators or CGI.
Yeah, the humans only show up for like a fraction of the time the guinea pigs are on screen, and all the time that the guinea pigs are on screen, they're using CGI sets like the entire time.
Yeah,
so it's like, why did we even add the humans besides just having like the background? We could have had an animated human, Yeah,
it almost would have been. But 2009 was really when they were starting to make human characters look pretty good, because 2009 is pretty close to when Tangled came out, right?
No. When did Tangled come out? 2010. You were right. Oh my god.
Yeah. And I feel like Tangled was kind of when human CGI characters started looking good, like where they realized, hey, we just need to have the characters be really stylized as to avoid the uncanny valley effect.
Yeah.
Well, Prince of the Frog was in 2009 too.
Yeah, but I was referring more to CGI.
And then they came out with this?
But I was referring more to CGI animation, not traditional animation. I mean, obviously, Disney's 2D animated characters have always and will always look great. Even going back all the way to the beginning. It just goes to show just like how the CGI has come along, and it feels like they kind of avoided human characters for a while in a lot of movies in those early 2000s. Like, you look at, like, Finding Dory has very few human, or Finding Nemo. Obviously we're talking Pixar, not Disney, but, like, a lot of those movies...
Pixar's always had good, stylized human beings.
Yeah, like, you look at Ratatouille and The Incredibles, which are two of the early human-focused ones, and very, very stylized characters. Whereas you look at Toy Story 1, and Andy is... kind of scary looking.
Kinda.
Yeah. Like, you look at Andy compared to Bonnie between 1 and 3 in those movies, and
yeah.
Bonnie
Like,
much more
the
adorable.
first time you see Andy in the first movie, you're just like, oh, that's a kid.
I mean, Sid looking
Sid
looking creepy is fine, because like Sid's that character was supposed to be creepy and off-putting, so it was fine for Sid. Okay, so I have a question, and I feel like I missed it at the end. I'm like, wait, did this ever resolve? Did Juarez ever end up with, like, one of the two male things?
No,
did they ever resolve that?
They left it up in the air. Like, she was like, hey, I like that both of you guys don't know who I like, so I'm just gonna leave it like that.
They're keeping up that mysterious Latina that plays games, Mystique.
So she lets both of them think that she likes the other one, so that they'll like her, and
yeah. He goes over
I'm
the
sure
whole
if we
plot
had
at the
a
very
G-Force
beginning,
2, if we had a G-Force 2, she would be with Hurley, the chubby one.
That'd be the fucking. That would be so fucking hysterical.
No, G-Force 2, she would be with another female guinea pig.
Oh, you know what? You're right, actually.
Right,
they would bring on another female guinea pig, and everyone would be flirting with her, and then the two girls end up with each other.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, I'm honestly, with the way this movie ended, I am really surprised. Okay, so the movie ended setting up easy sequel. The movie made a lot of money, but there was no sequel. Or squeakquel. If we're going to the Alvin and the
that would have been a good name for a sequel for it.
That was the subtitle for the second Alvin and the Chipmunks movie.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, you're right. I don't know. They didn't. They were just cowards. That's all I'm gonna say. They're just cowards.
True, actually. They still have time. They still have time.
They can revive it. Actually, I think Will Arnett actually kind of despises the movie because he's talked about it in his show that he does with Jason Bateman and what's his name?
Yeah, I should start listening to that. I know which podcast you're talking about.
Smartless. Yeah.
Smartless.
He talks about it a few times. He's like, yeah, at least we're not doing the G-Force again.
Well, I mean, if he,
I don't think he'll ever do it again.
If he hates this, but you could easily do this movie without Will Arnett. Like, he was not that integral of a character. I don't think you could do it without. I don't think you could do it without Zach. And I think you could. I think you could recast most of the voice cast. I think. Honestly,
I think the real thing here is that you'd have to get Sam Rockwell to do the voice again, and he already kind of does the secret agent spy thing with the bad guys. He kind of just reprises a similar but different role in the bad guys.
I gotta see those movies.
Oh, I haven't seen them,
but they look good. I have to say though, if I didn't know it was Nicolas Cage, I never would have guessed that was Nicolas Cage.
I actually
he does a really good job of voice acting. He's a under the radar kind of voice actor. I feel like he really throws himself into roles when he gets them.
Does he have more voice acting roles?
Yeah, like Spider,
many, but
like famously he's Spider Noir.
Yeah, he's Spider Noir in something more recent.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he should just put himself into voice acting. Like honestly, like
Grug
he's pretty
in
good.
The Croods. He's technically the voice of Superman in Teen Titans Go. I googled this just so you know.
Yeah.
He's Jacob Marley in A Christmas Carol in the 2001 version. He voices himself in Dead by Daylight, the game.
Of course he does.
I forgot he was in that game.
Yeah. He's Dr. Tenma in Astro Boy, which he kind of phones it in on that one. That one's not a good example, to be honest. He kind of phones it in.
But he's clearly shown that he's got the talent for voice acting.
Mm-hmm. He just has. I get a lot of flack for this, but I like Nicolas Cage because he's not afraid to just be a fucking character, right? Yeah. Good or bad, he is a character.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
and he throws himself into the roles he plays. Except for National Treasure. In National Treasure, he just plays himself, and you can't convince me that's not the case.
Yeah, I agree with that. But yeah, Willy's Wonderland. I do want to see the Dracula movie he was in, Renfield.
Oh yeah, I forgot he had that. He's really good in The Color from Space. If you haven't seen that,
I want to see that movie he did with Pedro Pascal. It's something along the lines of like the unbearable weight of overwhelming talent or something like that.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
The unbearable weight of massive talent.
Yeah, it's the one where they have that's become the meme of him looking disgusted over while they're in the car and him looking like confused and Pedro Pascal just grinning. It's like
yeah.
Love Pedro.
Steve Buscemi is also I feel like Steve Buscemi also kind of stole the spotlight every time he was on the stage.
Absolutely, yeah. That character.
Oh yeah,
he played the perfect hamster.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, that's the energy Steve Buscemi. 25% ferret. Yep, just fantastic. I don't know, and it's an inoffensive movie. This whole movie is an inoffensive.
Yeah,
movie. It's good
it's
and it's
silly,
good.
Funny kids film, you know.
There's nothing abjectly terrible about this. The plot's, the plot. It's not going to be something that's off the top and world changing. I will say, well, go ahead.
Well, a lot of the humor in this movie was kind of eye rolling and cringy and what I would call non-midi. Where it's just,
but that's kind of
the joke is so bad that it didn't. It's not like bad.
It's not
like
you.
Good pun bad. It's just bad, and kind of made me like, There was a lot of that in this movie. I did not come up with a term non-midi. That I owe that to the Red Letter Media guys when they coined that term. I think when talking about Christmas Vacation 2.
Oh my god, that existed. I wish I never remember that it existed.
But non-midi is a joke that's so bad it actually makes you angry, and not like a good pun angry, but that joke was so bad. I know I gotta awaken my inner 8-year-old, but
you gotta get some. Gotta get you some whimsy in your life.
Yeah.
Gotta get you some whimsy. Some
like whimsy.
Like more whimsy. We gotta get you more whimsy.
I love whimsical stuff.
But you're dying on the inside at some jokes made by some animated guinea pigs. Okay. I want to say this though. The plot was supposed to be nefarious and just off the chart, something no one would ever think of. And then you're like, oh yeah, this is my smart home. It has my fridge hooked up to my toaster, hooked up to my microwave to tell me whenever I'm out of milk. And like they're framing this as a bad thing in the movie. And I'm like, yeah, that is kind of bad. I don't like the idea of a fridge telling me when I'm out of milk. Like that's a terrible idea. And we have that. We have that these days. It's kind
of ahead of its time, if you think about it.
It was like so ahead of its time, and I'm like, oh no, the bad guy became the thing that we have in the hand. It's like the Torment Nexus. You're not supposed to make the Torment Nexus, but we keep making the Torment Nexus.
Really, the only difference is that in the movie, the devices came to life and started attacking you, where in real life, they just spy on you and send unaccountable government agencies after you to...
You mean
It's a little more bleak. I think I'd rather have the devices come to life and start attacking me.
Yeah, at least you can fight back against that. Yeah, you can at least fight back against the robot.
Honestly, the whole plot of the movie feels like I kind of feel like the director just went up to his kid and had his kid write down everything that he had for an idea and then just made it into a movie.
I don't know, man. Sometimes kids have some banger ideas for story plots.
It's true. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but like it just feel like that,
Yeah.
Also,
and then John Wick came out of nowhere. Okay.
Every movie like this has to have that second act down point, and for them, it's when they find out they weren't genetically modified. But I felt like
that was such a skipped beat.
They brushed over it very quickly.
Yeah, well, it's just like, okay, why does this upset them so much? They hadn't really been showing pride in the fact that they were genetically modified up to that point. It wasn't like, I'm great because I'm genetically modified. I love being genetically modified. And so them finding out that they weren't genetically modified, like...
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like
why would you be sad about that?
They wanted to force some kind of like I'm better than you racism in it, but it did not land well.
But like, yeah, because it's like, oh,
there wasn't enough guinea pig racism.
There wasn't enough guinea pig racism in this. There's clearly a black guinea pig, there's clearly a Latino guinea pig, but there's not enough racism. The white guy had the worst part is that he's effectively the white guinea pig in the mix, right? And he's not even doing racism properly. That's the real racism of the movie. Not even
Jon Favreau's character should have had a very thick Scottish or Irish accent.
Oh my god.
There's so much room for improvement with this movie,
There's a lot we could say, but I do really enjoy it.
How many friggin' times did they need to drop Black Eyed Peas in one movie? Several times the same song.
It's just the music video for the Black Eyed Peas show.
This must have been before Pump It, because they never dropped Pump It, right? This was before Pump It.
No, Pump It came out before all of the songs that they showed in this movie. Pump It was like one of their hit songs.
Yeah,
back
it was,
in the day. This was after Pump It. Pump It. I remember listening to Pump It. Yeah, Pump It was like early 2000s, man. All right, so we've gone over the movie a lot. But I really want to go over your plot points. You had some very interesting.
I was absolutely perfect. Just greens across the board. We don't
I really like. This happened to us before too, but I really like your plot point. Like sometimes we make plots with our predictions, and I'm like, wow, that's like a really good plot. I'd rather watch that movie. But on this one, the only thing I'd say that I'd really like out of this one is just having the henchman rats would have added an extra layer to this movie. Like someone for them to actually fight against.
There was not enough rodents in this movie. I think there should have been a whole network of underground rodents that we saw that they interacted with to help them get home, but they just kind of got home without us showing
Honestly,
us.
You see these predictions right here? Disney, here's your sequel. There's your sequel right there.
Disney, take notes, please.
So I will take a 10% finder's fee for the idea.
You're not gonna get that 10%. You lower that down to like point 0.1%, maybe they'll consider it.
Honestly, I'd probably still make a lot of money from
I'd take
0.1%.
Yeah,
I would take that.
0.1%.
I would take that.
Yeah, don't forget the lesbian guinea pigs too. Add that in. Add that in.
Yeah. Okay, there'll be a romance with subplot with a girl
Of the profit. Of the profit, not of the revenue, of the profit.
Oh yeah, but
Right.
no Hollywood movie has ever made profit, so
That's true.
all right. Well, the guinea pigs are all pets who live a secret life where they are crime fighters. No, that's not right at all. I mean, yeah, they kind of become pets at some point, but that's not like that's not what I was predicting. So, villain will be a feline and the henchmen are rats. Nope, that's wrong. That's wrong. This is not even close. There is only one female guinea pig on the squad, and there'll be a romance subplot with the guinea pig leader. Yeah, I got that one.
Yeah.
I got the most obvious possible one. They were pets of the dude. Well, okay, but I know what you're saying, B. But my more prediction was be like they would be pets of humans who have no idea that they're special, and so then they're doing kind of like a Toy Story thing when they're when their owners aren't looking, they live their real secret life. Not they become you know what I mean. That's kind of what I was predicting. I think Dre passed out.
Okay.
Here.
Sorry, I had to check something because you were like I don't know if there's something going on with the weather here because it is snowing, but like you broke up, you cracked a little bit in my ear, so I was trying to make sure it was in my headphones.
Connie, that sound good to you?
There's only one female guinea pig in the squad. There'll be romance. Yep.
Yeah, you sound okay for me.
Yep.
All right.
Good.
One of the guinea pigs' owners will own a valuable item that is stolen. No, nothing like that happened.
The only valuable item the owners have are them.
All right, so third act is a big heist where they sneak into a facility to recover it. Kind of. I mean, the third act is them sneaking into a facility.
Yeah,
I
but they're
give you
not
like half.
like,
in a way, it is a big heist, but like it's different.
I feel like I could get a yellow on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll give you a yellow because you got everything else so horribly wrong.
And the villain ends up taken away by animal control. Will Arnett ends up in Antarctica.
He was just taken away by the government to do labor.
Yeah, because it was kind of a thing that's just like they kind of did what they do sometimes with like expert hackers who get caught, where it's just like, hey, as part of your restitution, you're working for us now.
Yeah.
One of 177,000 to go.
Yeah.
I feel like that's actually a very low number for how global that attack was. Only 177,000. Not bad. It could be in the millions,
Yeah. Wait. What attack? What are you talking about?
When at the end when Speckles is like ripping out the chips, he goes only three down, 177,000 to go. For such a global virus attack that turned everyone's appliances into robots. Yeah. Only 177,000 is actually pretty decent number.
Yeah.
I just realized they only showed the attack in like America. They didn't show it in any other country. For a global attack, they didn't really show it for anywhere else.
Oh yeah, they had the satellites and all the space debris raining down, and that was just kind of glossed over. That would have caused
like irreparable damage to the entire global
I don't think the mole should have I think the mole should have been and they were gonna just let the mole back into his team too. I think he did a little bit it's kind of he did a big crime.
And he did
a big war crime.
But also
it was a war crime.
His turn of heart seemed really sudden and unearned.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
But it's a kids movie, so we're not gonna give it too much.
Yeah.
I think he should have been actually crushed by a garbage compactor at the end of the movie.
Crushed by the robots would have been poetic justice.
Yeah.
But it is a G-rated movie.
Honestly, if they just up the rating movie. And next movie we'll get it. Don't worry.
Next movie PG-13, a little blood, and we're gonna make one of the guinea pigs say fuck. Just the one.
But one fuck and a non-sexual content, and then it can be PG-13.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think we should have
rated G-force.
Rated G-force. Oh, God damn it. All right. Well, my predictions were not spot on, but hey,
you did not pass this one. No.
I think I came up with a better movie than I watched.
True. All right.
Honestly,
well,
yeah.
now that you've watched it, we've gone through your predictions. Where would you place it on your tier list?
Well, I feel like there's really only one category. I suppose there's two categories to get into. I mean, it wasn't painful. Is this a good movie? There was a lot of issues that I had with it. I don't think it's a good movie, but I did at least have fun watching it. So, like, this does kind of feel like a textbook dumb fun kind of movie to me. I would say I will put between... Actually, Troll 2... Footloose is at the bottom. No, Footloose, you're at the bottom of that stack. I would put... actually, I would put it behind Troll 2. But although, I mean, Troll 2 is kind of... I can't count Troll 2 because that's your rating. Sinners and Troll 2 are your movies, Dre.
That is...
well, would you put this... Would you put this ahead or behind Troll 2?
I would put it ahead of Troll 2 because I'm more likely to watch G-Force than willingly than I am Troll 2. Which I'm not going to be watching willingly unless it's part of something dumb and fun.
Yeah, I mean, G-Force is just dumb fun. You have to go in with low expectations and then just enjoy it for what it is. So, I mean, it was either going to be in dumb fun or did not like it, but there was enough good stuff in this movie that, and, you know, the action scenes were fun. And like I said, the main thing they needed to do was make the characters cute and expressive and fun to look at, and they succeeded in that. I would have maybe liked if some of them had been... I mean, I feel like some of the guinea pigs were a little one-dimensional in their personalities. Mm-hmm. But they were fine. They were fine.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it's like this movie, it's fine. It's fine.
It's not for you, but it's not terrible, right? Like, I think that like the key takeaway is that it's clearly not something for you, but it's not offensively bad. It's not painful. It's not. Yeah. Did not like it.
I mean, a few things. Like, I think if they hadn't gotten the right, like, part of what I think saved this movie from being painful was having good casting. But like I said, I just would have liked... I would have liked a little bit more out of Zach Galifianakis. I would have liked him to be a little bit weirder, or have, like I said, like, combine him and the other woman to be kind of like, who is that character that plays like the blonde scientist in the 2016 Lady Ghostbusters? Like her and that kind of character, I think could have fit really well as like the Zach Galifianakis role.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Could have used the eye patch.
Could it? Oh yeah, I was saying that. Just like I had some sort of like thought as we were starting the movie, and it's like, wait a minute. Like after I was done making my predictions, like now that I think about this, I think Zach Galifianakis is the villain, and he's like wearing an eye patch or something. Apparently, there is no kids movie with Zach Galifianakis as a villain with an eye patch, and that's just something I made up in my head. But maybe he could be the twist villain in the sequel.
Yeah, I was gonna say G-Force 2. He's the twist villain.
We think the main villain is a cat.
Evil.
We think the main villain is main villain is a cat, but it turns out that I can't talk. You're rubbing off on me on the ability to talk. Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, it's contagious.
But yeah, like there we go. There's the sequel where like we have the cat who is also, you know, how is the cat plotting all these things? The same technology, and the plot could be that like, hey, this cat and all the rats stole Zach Galifianakis' technology, but then we find out in the third act, no, turns out he gave it to them willingly and has been, you know, he had some sort of grudge or something because of what happened in the first movie that like... Now he's the actual mastermind, and the cat was actually the second in command. Come on! Hire me, Disney!
Disney, we got plots. Got plots for you, man. Give us the chance. Give us the opportunity.
And if you can't get Will Arnett back, then we can have an FBI agent played by Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah! Easy.
Mm-hmm.
You do it.
And let's get Pedro Pascal in there somewhere, too.
Honestly, I'd be so down for that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Him being the owner of the guinea pigs.
Oh yeah,
or their new ally.
Yeah.
After the betrayal, him the new ally. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, not a remake. Not interested. Yeah, Pedro and Cage again. It would be great. Oh my God, Pedro Pascal should also play a hamster. Or another mole. I don't know.
Together. We're basically creating a movie for Disney, like already. Like actually,
we're gonna find out someone in the chat is actually a Disney worker who's just like furiously jotting down notes.
Make the sequel happen.
Naked Mole Rat is the next character.
Lord.
All right. Well,
thanks for joining us today, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed our conversations. Thank you, Con, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Do you have anything you'd like to shout out before we wrap up?
You can check me out at ConCon350 anywhere. So yeah.
Yep. Her links are in the description. If you're on Twitch, just click the @ name, and if you're on YouTube, link in the description. And also Dre Friggs links down there too. So yeah. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back in 2 weeks. We have I don't like to announce the guest too far ahead of time, but I don't think he's going to cancel. Our next guest is Archie, the hummingbird. Y'all know him, and we're going to be covering we're going to be covering another classic black cinema film, and that is Good Burger.
Yeah.
I'll be seeing the classic Keaton and Kel movie, so looking forward to that. That should be in 2 weeks. It seems chat's pretty excited about that. But yeah, hopefully this upcoming weekend we'll do some Corvid Scrapers and Conspiracies, and I'll be streaming Planet Zoo.
Okay.
So
I got nothing. I got nothing.
So watch the people, and everybody have yourself a great evening, and we will see you next time.
Ciao.
Bye.
Okay, it's closing credits dance music. We gotta do the closing credits dance.